Hi guys, welcome back. This is your average Pokemon trainer here with Pokemon Wi-Fi battles. Now today we have a match against Andrew again. I was feeling a little bit bitter about that loss. I went through Hat City, Crit City, all those kind of cities and got hacks from here to Timbuktu. But I said, you know what? That game did not sit well with me. I do not. I feel the disturbance in the force. So I wanted the next match to tie me over until I was ready for my next challenger. So he said, "Sure, I'll go again." And I kept the same pokes. He kept the same, about the same pokes. Switched up a bit. I think he has Talonflame this time around. Uh, he has Porygon 2. He has his prize Infernape. Don't know if it's banded or Scarf. Andre, you need to tell me if that thing's banded or Scarf. He has his Espeon. Most likely his Screen Espeon. His Azumarill, which is always a threat. And his trusty Torterra. But without further ado, guys, let's just get into the match, okay? Okay, I lead off with my Zabolt, which is my Helios. He leads off with his Torterra, and at this point in time, I wasn't feeling that I needed to go out. I went into my Slowbro, knowing this thing's gonna go for an Earthquake. I could take that pretty well, and I could retaliate to him. But I trick it. It's my Kitsune. I thought I could live with my Focus Ash and retaliate with two flamethrowers taking him out. But I realized this is not defensive Torterra. This is actually offensive Torterra. So he's kind of faster than Kitsune, which was pretty dope, but pretty strange. Anyhow, I go into my Delphox knowing that he's offensive now. I could ball this thing all day, every day. He doesn't want to take anything from my Delphox. I go straight for the Mystical Fire. He switches out to his Azumarill, and it does about 2. Azumarill goes for the Aqua Jet. A choice to stay in here because I know I can at least take one of them and try to get off the Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, and that Azumarill has now been crippled, and he will be easier to deal with the rest of the match. I know sacrificing Delphox wasn't really the best thing to do at this point, but I felt it was the best because Azumarill could rock shop my whole team. So instead of him saying, "I admit defeat," he goes for the belly drum to raise his attack to more monstrous levels once again. Even though it's burn, +4 burn, Aqua Jet can't take me out. So I opt to go into my Slowbro as he goes in for his Aqua Jet. Slowbro can take that all day, every day, even with +4. That's not a threat to Slowbro anymore. This thing is burn. The burn damage is racking up. He's actually going to just stay in here now to die. But without getting out a play riff, and that did way too much damage. Even when burn, Azumarill is a threat, people. Do not forget this. Do not. But the burn finally takes this thing out. Thank God. This thing is ridiculous. And my Slowbro grows more hair in his chest and lives to fight another day. So I switch up my Slowbro. Don't want to take anything from the Torterra, knowing that it's special. I go straight into my Delphox, knowing I can take the Giga Drain. I take the Giga Drain well, and I am going to retaliate with the either the Sacred Fire or the Will-O-Wisp. I don't remember here at this point, but I think I go for the Mystical Fire. No, I go for the Protect. Right, because I know this thing's faster than me because it outspeed my Kitsune. So he opts to go for the Thunderbolt. It does little to none, and I miss the Will-O-Wisp. I was like, really, Delphox? Really? You're going to do this? And I wasted out the turns on the trick room because he's faster than me because of the trick room. And I realize now the reason why that Tartar was faster than me because he was using my trick room against me. So I learned my lesson. I get off the burn that I wanted on the Porygon 2. Residual damage is always good on the Porygon 2. Remember that, guys. Porygon 2 is freaking annoying. So I get off the burn and I get off the future sight. And I let my Delphos die so that my Delphos work can go into place. So I go into my Slowbro just to go for the Thunderbolt. Then I go back out into my Rhydon knowing I can take the Thunderbolt because it doesn't affect me. Just to waste a turn so the Future Sight could take its attack. I go back out from my Rhydon and go into my Slowbro again, and he goes for the Ice Beam, knowing that I can take that, speeding up the turns of the Future Sight. I just went ahead and do that. The Future Sight does take its attack, and it does not as good as I would thought it would have done. It was pretty pathetic by standards of how Future Sight was wrecking souls, but it does enough. But you know what Porygon's gonna do. I know it, you know it, we all know it. This thing's just gonna recover the damage like nothing never happened. And knowing this, I opt to go for the Trick Room once again. Knowing this. But I have to be careful now, knowing that the Trick Room, he can come into this Torterra and use the Trick Room against some of the pokes in my team. Go back out into Rhydon, knowing that he's gonna go for the Thunderbolt, but he went for the safer play and goes for the Toxic this time. The Toxic, so in case I do my shenanigans again, which I did. Get my Rhydon in here. I didn't really mind the Toxic too much, even though I should have gone for the attacking move. I went for the rocks instead. I know those rocks are going to play a huge role. I can't take one of those Ice Beams because I am Eviolite. I have the boost for the special defense, and that is not stab coming off that Porygon 2, so I know I can take it, at least one of them. So I take it, I retaliate with an Earthquake, and it takes the Porygon 2 almost out, and it recovers. I was like, really? Really? Porygon 2, what are you doing in my life? Oh man, what are you doing? Go for the Earthquake again. Oh, and it still doesn't take out the Porygon 2, and I was like, really? Why Porygon 2? Why would you die? You just too bulky, Porygon 2. You're banned. You're banned for OU. I'm sending you, Porygon, straight to Ubers. Porygon 2 needs to go to Ubers. Vote that up now. So I opt to go into my Zubble, get the Focus Blast off this time on the Porygon 2, and send it to its grave. Every sense, the crit didn't matter. I'm Spets Helios. That would have dead regardless. Die, Porygon 2. Oh. Okay, goes into his Torterra. I can't really do anything to that. I opt to switch out. I switch into my Dredagon. This is the best switch at this point in time. I need to keep my Helios around. My Helios can't deal with the rest of his team. If this Torterra is not around, he goes for the Earthquake and a Giga Drain. The reason why is because he's in the Trick Room. He's faster than my Dredagon. Torterra is slow as balls. I go for the Pimp Slap. I'm Pimp Slapping him in his face. Even if it was defensive, that did monstrous proportions. I go straight for the Sucker Punch. He didn't know it, didn't see it coming, and I just uppercutted him in his belly and take out the Torterra with the deli. So he knows that I have the Sucker Pump now, but he goes into his Espeons trying to get those screams. And but before that, he goes for the Dazzling Gleam. So he goes for the Dazzling Gleam and he takes out Dredagon. At this point in time, I go back into Helios. And he goes for the Psychic. PWS could take one of those psychics, and I go for the parabiotic charge, Specs parabiotic charge. I thought it would done a bit more than what it did, but that SBN has some surprise bulk to it, a natural bulk, so it took it pretty well. The crit didn't matter. If the psychic did that much before, I know the crit didn't matter at that point in time. I would say it mattered, but it didn't matter in the long run. So he goes for his dazzling beam on my Stowbro. My Stowbro I can take hits from the special side, but he can't take hits that well. I opt to take the damage to set up the trick room for him, and then I go for the skull to take out the Espion. Green Espion goes down, and I'm feeling I'm behind in this match actually, and I'm feeling a bit pressured here. Don't know what I gotta do. But the trick room, I am gonna see if I can come back from here. He goes into his Talonflame, goes for that Gale Wing, Priorities, Brave Bird, but I know I can take at least one of them at the current health I'm at. I think I take two of those, and I go for the Scald, which is super effective, and it kills the Talonflame. Based on the rocks, the recall on the Brave Bird, and the Skull respectively, taking out the Talonflame, which the rocks played a huge member of getting up, thanks to right off of that. And he goes into his trusty Infernape. I wanted to see if it was Scarf at this time, and I do outspeed it. Even though he would have been faster than me, I do think that was Scarf Infernape. I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure that's Scarf Infernape. But I came back from the back and pulled out a win with Slowbro. You know, because he got hair on his chest. And he tells everybody, come at me, bro. You won't want none of this. But thanks, Andre, for the battle again. If you do like these battles and you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. I do try to upload 2 battles per day. And also join the battle station. That's the place that you will get to me to get a battle on Facebook, whatever you want to call it. Get on there and give me some battles. Until next time, guys, peace out.